Namaste students, खुश रहो वीडियो। I, JVN Dr. Naren Singh Sehgot, Assistant Professor, Department of Cell Therapy, Faculty of Physics and Geography, University, Jaipur. In previous classes, we discussed disease of urethra and disease of ureter. Today's class, we will discuss about ectopic testis. This is the part of disease of testis. Let's begin with ectopic testis. The gubernaculum testis is a fetal retroperitoneal mesenchymal cord that extends between the caudal pole of the fetal testis and the scrotum and guides the fetal testis in its descent from ventral surface of the kidney to its final position in the scrotum. The gubernaculum testis can be divided into three parts: the cranial parts, which lie between the testis and the epididymis; the middle part, which lie between the epididymis and the point at which the gubernaculum penetrates the abdominal wall; at the inguinal rings; and the caudal or scrotal part, which extend from the abdominal wall at the site of future inguinal canal to scrotum. The cranial part becomes the proper ligament of the testis and connects the tail of the epididymis to the testis. The middle part becomes the ligament of the tail of the epididymis, that is known as the caudal ligament of the epididymis. The caudal part becomes the scrotal ligament and connects the parietal bone to the bottom to the scrotum. The scrotal ligament of the abdominal testis is sometimes referred to as the inguinal extension of the gubernaculum testis. This ligament may be abnormally long if the testis is descent. Improper function of the gubernaculum may result in abdominal or inguinal tension of a test. Lobut theory. Even though there are multiple gubernaculum, scrotal tail normally gets activated better and so testis is brought down to the scrotum. In ectopic testis, scrotal tail weaks or rupture and so one of the other necessitors will act and push the testis in different according to its size. Different sites: superficial inguinal pouch, perineum, root of the penis, humeral triangle, thigh. Testis here is functioning normally and offers a normal size. It is more prone for trauma and can cause psychological problems. Superficial inguinal pouch is space between external oblique and carpa fascia on raising the legs. Ectopic testis is the superficial inguinal pouch becomes more prominent but not is in case of undescended testis located in inguinal canal. Treatment: mobilization, creation of a new scrotal pouch, thus placement the fixation. Now the another part is retractile testis. It is due to overaction of cremaster. Testis is pulled up to stay near the external ring and often mistaken for undescended testis. Here testis is normally developed, can be pulled down to the bottom of the scrotum properly. Scrotum is also fully developed. Treatment: usually no treatment is actually ectopic testis में होता क्या है, गुबरनिकुलर testis कि ये रेट्रोपेरिटोनियम मेसेंकाइमल कॉर्ड होता है गुबरनिकुलम, वो कहाँ से एक्सटेंड होता है कॉर्डल प्लेट ऑफ द कॉर्डल पोल ऑफ द फीटल टेस्टिस से to and the scrotum and guides the fetus descent from the ventral surface of the kidney to its final position in the scrotum. ये इसको फाइनल पोजीशन में लेके जाता है गुबरनिकुलम. The gubernaculum testis can be divided into three parts. तीन गुबरनिकुलम थ्री पार्ट में डिवाइड होता है: cranial, middle एंड द कोडल और स्क्रोटल पार्ट। जो क्रेनियल पार्ट होता है वो कहाँ होता है, टेस्टिस और एपिडिडाइस के बीच में। तो मिडल पार्ट होता है वो कहाँ लाइज करता है, एपिडिडाइमिस और बिटवीन द एपिडिडाइमिस, मिडल पार्ट। और जो गुबर्निकोलम होता है एब्डोमिनल वाल को इंग्वानल रिंग पे इसको पेनिट्रेट करता है। एंड द कोडल और स्क्रोटल पार्ट विच वो कहाँ से एक्सटेंड होता है, एब्डोमिनल वाल ऑफ द साइड ऑफ द फ्यूचर इंग्वानल कैनाल टू द स्क्रोटम और स्क्रोटम तक होता है। ये मेन फंक्शनिंग का यूनिट है इसकी। इसकी फेट क्या होती है, जो क्रेनियल पार्ट होता है वो प्रॉपर लिगामेंट ऑफ टेस्टिस बन जाता है एंड कनेक्ट्स टू टेल ऑफ द एपिडाइमिस टू द टेस्टिस। वो टेल ऑफ द एपिडाइमिस को टेस्टिस से इसको कनेक्ट करता है। तो जो मिडल पार्ट होता है वो क्या होता है, ligament of the tail of the epididymis, also known as caudal ligament of the epididymis। ठीक है, इसको अपन क्या बोलते हैं, caudal ligament of the epididymis। ये क्या करता है, एपिडिडाइमिस को उसके पेराइटल ट्यूनिक से कनेक्ट करता है। फिर थर्ड वन पार्ट होता है caudal part, become the scrotal ligament and connect the parietal tunic to the bottom of the scrotum। जब पैथोलॉजी में क्या होता है, जब ये स्क्रोटल लिगामेंट होता है ये एब्डोमिनली रिटेन करता है टेस्टिस को, समटाइम रेफर टू एज इंग्वानल एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द गोनाड। अगर इन अगर ये लिगामेंट एबनॉर्मली लॉन्ग हो जाए तो क्या होता है, टेस्टिस वो डिसेंड होने के लिए फेल हो जाता है, वो डिसेंड नहीं हो पाता। और इम्प्रॉपर फंक्शन ऑफ गुबर्निकल में रिजल्ट इन एब्डोमिन, और इनके इम्प्रॉपर फंक्शन की वजह से रिटेंशन ऑफ टेस्टिस हो जाता है। कहाँ कहाँ हो सकता है, सुपरफिशियल इंग्वानल पोर्च में भी हो सकता है, पेरिनियम में भी हो सकता है, रूट ऑफ द पेनिस में भी हो सकता है, फेमोरल ट्रायंगल में भी हो सकता है। एक लोकवर्ड थ्योरी और दी है किसी साइंटिस्ट ने, इवन तो देर आर मल्टीपल गुबर्निकुलम, scrotal tail normally gets activated better and so testis is brought down to the scrotum। In ectopic testis, scrotal can weaken or rupture and so one of the other accessory tails will act and pull the test in different direction according to its size। ये वो सारी स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं जहाँ जहाँ ये ectopic testis बन सकता है। ectopic का मतलब होता है another place, मीन्स जो जिसकी नेचुरल साइट है वहां पे ना होके किसी अनोदर साइट पे उसका होना, उसको बोलते हैं अपन एक्टोपिस टेस्टिस। किसकी वजह से हो रहे हैं, जो लिगामेंट उसको रिटेन करते हैं, उसको डिसेंड करने में हेल्पफुल होते हैं, उनकी वीकनिंग की वजह से या उनमें इम्प्रॉपर फंक्शन की वजह से ये पैथोलॉजी डेवलप होती है। ठीक है स्टूडेंट्स, इसका अपन ट्रीटमेंट क्या कर सकते हैं, मोबिलाइजेशन कर सकते हैं, क्रिएशन ऑफ ए न्यू स्क्रोटल पोच कर सकते हैं, देन प्लेसमेंट एंड फिक्सन, फिर उसको अपन स्क्रोटल पोच बना के उसका प्लेसमेंट करके उसका अपन फिक्स कर सकते हैं। ऐसे करने से क्या होगा, जो डिसेंड हुआ है टेस्टिस वो अपनी जगह रिपोजिशन रिपोजिशन में रहेगा, इधर उधर डिसेंड नहीं होगा। तो ये ज़्यादा ये इसका ट्रीटमेंट इज ऑल अबाउट योर ट्रीटमेंट। मैं तो इसकी पैथोलॉजी है जो आपको मैंने समझा दी कि किस वजह से ये हो रहा है, और दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द ectopus testis. Okay, student. Thank you. This session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. I hope you are satisfied with this digital session. If you have any doubts and queries, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it soon. Thank you, student. Namaste, student. खुश हो बेटे हो। IJB and Dr. Naren Singh Shekhawat, Assistant Professor, Department of शल्य तंत्र, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. In previous class, we discussed about anatomy of spleen. Today's class, we will discuss about splenic injury or rupture of spleen. Causes. Splenic injury occurs commonly following road traffic accidents, other blunt injury, or penetrating step injury. Most often associated with fracture of lobed lower limbs, ribs, pneumothorax, injury of liver, left lobe commonly, occasionally both lobes, bowel, tail of pancreas, left kidney. Injury is more common and severe in enlarged spleen, that is, in malaria, tropical splenomegaly, infectious mononucleus. Spontaneous rupture of spleen can occur in malaria and infectious mononucleus. Tarang was used to kill by the murders in Far East where malaria was endemic, leading to splenomegaly, which rupture more easily. Types of injury. Splenic subscapular hematoma. After initial injury, patient remains asymptomatic for a short period, but this hematoma ruptures later, maybe after a few days, causing torrential hemorrhage. Plain incise wound over the surface. This can be treated by splenomegaly. Lacerated wound. Splenic hilar injury causes torrential hemorrhage, may even cause death. So immediate surgical intervention and splenectomy is done. Splenic injury associated with other injuries: left kidney, left colon, small bowel, pancreas, diaphragm, left lung. Presentations. Hilar injury present with rapid development of shock and deteriorates fast. Even death can occur sometimes. Here, emergency surgery and splenectomy is mandatory. In other types, fracture of shock, pallor, tachycardia, restlessness, hypotension, pale, tenderness, and abdominal rigidity in left upper quadrant is seen. Later, there will be abdominal distension due to hemoperitoneum. Dullness in the left flank, which does not shift as the collected blood gets clotted. Dullness shift without shifting, balance sign. Types of splenic injury. You can see in this picture: A. Subscapular, B. Incised wound, C. Lacerated wound, and D. Hilar injury. Clot collected under the left side of diaphragm irritates it and the phrenic nerve, causing referred pain in the left shoulder. Care sign. There may be left-sided hemothorax with fracture of ribs. Delayed presentation is also possible due to formation of subscapular hematoma, which later gives away. Initially get temporarily localized by greater momentum, away, later giving way, leading to torrential bleeding. Blood clot temporarily seals off the bleeding, which later gets dislodged, causing severe bleeding. This time period is between called latent period of Pendet. Clinical presentation. Here sign: clot collected under left diaphragm irritates it and the phrenic nerve C3 C4, causing referred pain in left shoulder 15 minutes after root and after foot elevation. Because the subscapular nerve have the same cervical nerve origin as the phrenic nerve C3 C4. Balance sign: persistent dullness to percussion in the left flank due to coagulated blood, shifting dullness to percussion in the right flank due to fluid blood, pseudoaneurysm and traumatic splenic arteriovenous fistula. Formation can also occasionally cause delayed life-threatening hemorrhage. Features of other abdominal organ injuries may be present. Kehr sign in splenic rupture, Kehr sign, balance sign, latent period of bandage referred above. In this picture, you can see the splenic hematoma. In this picture, lacerated injury over the spleen. Patient underwent splenectomy. You can see spleen. Investigation and treatment we'll discuss in next class. Okay, students, this is all about the splenic injury causes, etiology, pathophysiology, and sign and symptoms of splenic rupture. This session is powered by Digital Session 2.0 with the paid Women's University Jaipur. I hope you are satisfied with this digital session. If you have any doubt and query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it soon. Thank you, students.